Hey, back y'all. Sorry about that, you guys. I get these messages. I'm trying to clear my screen and then end up hitting the wrong buttons. Anyways, back to the little boy. He just does all of the, from what I can see, he has the same patterns as my son. And I did message the grandmother, and I just sent her a nice, message, because my thing is I'm not here to judge anyone. I'm not here to say that anyone is a bad parent or what have you, because a lot of times as a parent, we think it's something that we've done, to cause this to our child or children. And, again, when you're in that denial factor, you think of a lot of different things as far as why has this happened to my child? You know what I mean? So I just left her a nice message, and, and I just advised her to speak to her daughter so that her daughter could have her son tested and everything, because this is to help the child and everything, so I pray that everything will work out for them, and that, because this is my thing, I know eventually they will have to get the child tested, because he's going to have to start school, and I don't think he's in kindergarten yet. So these issues will have to be tackled. And again, for any of you who have a child that have these symptoms where they're nonverbal, or repetitious behavior, jerking, any of those issues, look into autism, because it may be that, it may not be that. I don't know. All I can do is share with you all my experience, and and just try to pass it along so that you all can get your children the help that they need, because again, it's about the child. So forget about, and again, I understand, but put your feelings on the back burner and focus on your child to get that child the help that he or she needs, because it's not a death sentence. It's that, that child's life isn't over. They still have a life to live, and a lot of them can live a normal life. And even for some of those who have more of a severe case, I'm pretty sure that there are still things that you can do with that child or what have you, so that that child can also live a successful life, and again, just pray for these kids. When you see them, pray for their parents, because it can, like I said, it can be very stressful, and sometimes you do go through the shame, the humiliation. I remember one time, I can remember a couple of situations with my son. Well, where kids laughed at him. But what really got to me, there's been situations where adults have, laughed at my son. And that really got to me, because kids will be kids. We have to educate our children, not to bully other children, no matter what their issues are. But just seeing other adults, which adults can a lot of time behave like children or what have you, just ignorance. But I remember this one particular situation, and not to mention, I've even had people, the first school that I had him in for elementary school, the principal, she was ignorant. And, certain things that she said to me, I was like, really? You know, lady, apparently you don't know who I am because I'm a fighter, and I'm not talking physically. But when it comes down to my child, I'm a mother bear. So I will do everything in my power to make sure that my child succeeds in life. I don't care what people think, I'm going to stand by my child, love my kid, and do everything that I can as a mother, because God still blessed me with a beautiful son. And it's, before I get into that, let me jump into what I was originally talking about. So anyhow, there's going to be rude people in every situation. I had rude people at church, in dealing with my son. I had rude people at his first elementary school. And thank God I was able to take him out of there and put him in a Christian school and everything, which I'm grateful for. But in dealing with your children, put your trust in the Lord, no matter how you choose to handle, what school your kid goes to, what have you. Pray over your children and everything. Put your trust in the Lord. Make sure they're around positive people. That's whether your kid have a disability or not. They're children. Anyway, I took my son to get a haircut. He was about, I don't know. These kids grow up so fast, He was about, I want to say, maybe about 7. Took him to get his hair cut and everything. And normally, because I had taken him to that barber for a while. And everything is normally, the vibe used to be really good there. My son knew the barber and stuff like that, because at first I had issues with taking him to get his hair cut because, he would just move a lot, all this sort of stuff. Anyhow, he grew out of that. Thank the Lord. So my son runs in the barbershop. He ran in a little ahead of me. So I came in behind him and everything, and I just noticed this woman that was sitting down next to, I guess, her boyfriend or whoever. And she just kept looking at my son, and she was kind of cracking up, like, she was doing one of these laughs, like, and she kept looking at him and all of that, because again, a lot of times children with autism, they appear to be, physically normal on the outside, but sometimes they'll act out in a way where okay, they may have a problem or something like that. And I don't want to say a problem, not a problem, scratch that, but they may have a disability or, what have you. And I think because, and again, this is something that over time he grew out of, and everything. He's still very youthful now, but he just knows, how to be silly and yet serious. And, he have a balance about him now. And like I said, thank the Lord, he was always very bright and everything like that. Anyways, she knew, that he had a problem, and she laughed at it. You know what I mean? Like, she saw that he, and he really didn't do anything. It's just that by looking at him or what have you, you wouldn't expect for him to maybe act as juvenile or, what have you. And she took that and, just decided to chuckle about it or what have you. And then after he was done getting his haircut, I saw her, tap her boyfriend and go, what have you. And the boyfriend didn't laugh. or what have you. And the boyfriend just mainly just watched. But she tapped him and she looked at him. And then, she looked at her boyfriend like to say, like, look at this kid, like something's off with him or what have you. And I just looked at her, and it took everything in me. It took everything in me, trust and believe. And I wouldn't have cursed her or nothing like that. But it just took everything in me not to say, what's your problem? Are you a stupid idiot? Or, well, what's wrong with you? Didn't your mother raise you with manners or something like that? You were raised by animals? Like I could be rude. I can definitely be rude, and I can cut with my words. I don't have to use profanity or what have you. And especially at that time, I was still a Christian, but trust and believe, I would get you told, And I just looked at her, and I just smiled, and I just said, have a nice day, and was just very sarcastic, and she just kind of looked at me like, okay. But anyhow, people will be rude. People will be ignorant. Stay focused on your children. Get your kids the help that they need. Anyways, I just wanted to chat about that because, like I said, it's definitely been an issue with, just observing the fact that there are so many autistic kids today. And I'm not sure why. If you, leave a comment. Let me know if you've experienced this. Do any of you have kids that are autistic? Do any of you have any stories out there where your kids were bullied? Or, were some of you in denial? Just tell me your story. Let's just chat it up. Leave a comment. And, like I said, I'm sorry I had to make part 2 to this because most of the times when I make these videos, something always happens and then I have to make a part 2. But anyhow, make sure you watch both videos and like the videos. You know what I mean? Like them, leave a comment, and share and everything. And I pray that you all will be blessed. Hope some of you ate some cantaloupe with me or some fruit or something like that. I hope you all are having dinner, having a nice time. Be blessed. Live your life to the fullest. Take care, everyone. Until the next time, it's Queenly Vibes here. Peace out.